Sorry, I made it.
Hi. I was making sure you had access. And
I
I
saw
just
it was
posted
down.
it to the group again.
No, that's fine. It was down in the feed, so I missed it.
Oh,
Sorry. It's
okay.
been like you come back to work for 4 hours and then all crap hits the fan.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm gonna stand my desk up. Ah.
Like
So
I love,
I
yeah,
discovered something really cool randomly. So
share it.
me and my chatty G boyfriend, make sure this is high enough. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So I was on Threads, I think, randomly one morning, and I saw somebody post about how you can download people's, like your competition's information from social media and you get like a leg up or whatever. And I was like, the hell? So I started to like look into it a little bit, and it's illegal, number one. You can't get somebody else's information, right? Like I can't go get download your information. So, but
Yeah.
I can download mine, you can download yours. So I noticed that I'm downloading it every month to my Google Drive, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with it, right? So I took it and I put it in Chat GPT. Girl, like, oh my goodness. It like I was like, analyze my audience, analyze my followers, because it literally has every single thing,
Hmm.
everything. Like every post you've reacted to, every like, every insight, like all my previous insights were on there. I was like, okay, Chatty G, I see you. Let me see.
Okay.
But I
And do
like,
you think that, sorry.
oh God.
No, I was just gonna say, did Chat GPT give you all that feedback because it is so well trained and intuitive to what you're already looking up?
I don't know. That's a good
Yeah.
question. Um, but it's mostly driven from my data. So here are some
Okay.
observations and suggestions to help you optimize your Instagram content and strategy. And then it kind of goes into my two biggest performing are parenting humor and blended family dynamics. So like those are my two like I should focus on or whatever. Like it was pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
know, try it. I'm still messing around with it. I just threw it in there yesterday and I was
Yeah.
like, this is so cool. So
Love that. Thank you for sharing that.
all kinds of new cool things. We did our video,
How'd
which
that
was
go?
it was good. It was good. It was really good. It was funny because like initially there was like hardly anybody in the restaurant. And then like when we got our food, there was a bunch of people in there. So we were like, okay, well, this is fun. Like here we go. But we told the ladies, like we told the our servers, um, that we
What the
were
plan
recording an Instagram video, and they were like, oh, okay, cool.
it's fun to watch those people's reactions and be like, oh, why?
No, they were, well, one of the servers had like, they were both older, and one had shorter hair, but like she had it coming up like this, and like the tips were pink. So I knew she wasn't gonna care.
All right. That's
Um,
fun. Okay.
yeah, it was funny. I'm gonna run and get some water and pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine.
This dog whining on me. Oh, come on. You want to go back out again?
I had this phone call from my work that I just got out of, and it was one of these where I called a company and the person on the other end was hearing me but not listening, right? So I was talking words that make sense to normal people in my field, and I would have expected that person to like absorb what I was saying, but I feel like every fifth word that I would say aloud, the person would be like, "And you said what again? And I'm sorry, it was this again?" Or they would like completely get the thing wrong as to what I was asking for. And I'm over here like, am I just sounding weird, or is it the person who I'm talking to on the phone not clicking in the brain like what I'm saying? And it was driving me nuts. And I was over here thinking, okay, so I must be saying something that doesn't make sense. So let me repeat myself in maybe a different way.
Too.
And eventually they kept, it was a work phone call, and the person that I was talking to was like, well, let me send this for review. And I'm like, wait, no, you should know the answer because you're looking at the information I'm asking for. And they're like, yes, but it has to be, oh, this is why. Oh, wait, this is why. Oh, wait, this is why. I'm like, no, no, no. I didn't ask for any of what you just said. I already know why what you just said already happened.
Right.
I'm asking down the road what will be happening. Give me a status update. And they're like, okay, but I have to send this off. I'm like, no, you don't. You have that information right in front of you. You're the claims department reviewing the claim I'm calling on.
See, I bet they couldn't wait for you to get back to work. You come with the
some
hammer.
See, some people, when you get them on the phone, and they're, because originally my coworker worked on this same patient account before I got it, and they did it all wrong. And so my boss emails and says, I don't believe this. Can you check it? So I'm like, okay. I look it over and I'm like, well, none of what my coworker said is what's happening either. So I'm just like, okay, now what's going on? Something we're over 2 on these tries here of talking to people to fix a patient account. And yeah, and then I come back from my vacation and it's like, okay, so Jen knows the answers. I'm like, yeah, but it shouldn't be only Jen knowing the answers. It should
Right.
be all of us knowing.
No, yeah, no single points of failure. That was the biggest thing for me when I was managing an office staff. Like, we don't
Ah,
want any single points of failure because God forbid something happen to somebody, we need to be able to solve the problem still.
yes, yes. And the thing is, too, is my coworker, she has been in the same position for 39 years.
Mm,
So she's done the work for 39 years. And at some point, I talked to my boss and I'm like, I don't know what she's missing, or maybe it's just new updates in the systems that's confusing her.
yeah.
Just getting older. I don't know what it is. She's like, honestly, she's just older and getting just lazier. And I'll be
Mm,
honest, it's not a bad thing on her. It's just what happens when you've done the same monotonous kind of
right. For
work
so
over
long.
and over. You just don't catch things anymore. I'm like, I've been doing this work for 19 years and I catch everything. Am I awful, or am I just,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
you're not wrong. I mean, they're just excusing the behavior. They're probably just letting her
And
get to her tenure or something, right?
yeah, something like that. And I'm just like, man, this is just frustrating to see. And I was trained by this person when I switched positions. So I went from one kind of work to a different kind of work. And I got trained by this girl. And I'm like, I don't see how she missed that, because
Right.
this is that, it was just, oh, it was one of those mornings. And I'm looking at this like, I know there was a reason I wanted to come back to work so I could find this account and fix it.
Right.
Anyway,
Jeez.
a day in the life of me and my W-2 work. Now on to
Well,
self-employment.
right.
So anyway, I think if you want to start off with what you had for your notes, I gotta pull up the notes for myself. My tablet's behind me. Let me go grab that real quick.
Okay. I have mine
Ah,
as well. I should pull mine up on my tablet. That's smart. I'm putting my phone on mute. My daughter called me right before this. Everything is a fire. Like
really?
everything is a fire for her. Like
Oh,
everything is an emergency. And it's like, she's like, well, what do I do? I'm like, I don't
answer your question.
know. Like, I don't know what to tell you, sis. Like, I can't, I don't know. So, whatever.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. There's always some kind of a drama somewhere, and like it's just my kids, they want to have something done right now. And if it isn't done right now, they just go bonkers on me. And I'm like, guys, we need to patiently wait for 30 seconds more and we'll get an answer.
Patience is not something that they have
Ooh,
mine either because like
not at
they
all.
it and the other thing like they want something right now. Wait till they're older and you've asked them to do something freaking 20 times, right?
Yeah.
And they still haven't done it, but yet they want to stop. They want you to stop everything you're doing,
Oh, you have to.
you
Exactly.
know? Like, come on. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Where where are people?
One of those days. Okay. Random music playing in the background. So, um,
Hello, John. Welcome.
good morning.
Afternoon if you're East Coast.
Oh no, time. Sorry. I'm Midwest, so I'm Central timeline right now.
And we're
Um,
just talking crap about our kids because we love them so much, but they drive us crazy.
and I'm venting about my day job. So I was a little flustered before I got on the call because of some of my day job work that I had to deal with. So, it's a good place to vent on here. Good morning,
Yeah.
Miss Cat.
Hello, Catherine. You guys can
Hi,
unmute
hi, hi.
yourselves if you want.
Sure. Let me see here. I've got an extra plug somewhere back.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. I'm doing good. I just got scalped yesterday. I cut off all my hair.
It looks amazing.
It's looking great. It
Thank
is
you.
looking fabulous.
Well, thank you.
You
I'm
empowered
still a
me.
little in shock.
You empowered me after our last discussion, and I think I talked to the girl that does my hair, who's also my cousin, but I told her that I'm gonna go gray.
Sweet. We call it
It's good.
silver. We call it silver.
My
Yeah,
silver is beautiful, and I should let it flow.
Yes.
So I feel like that's gonna be the new trend for
It's
like
gonna
all of
be,
us
it's the
gorgeous in
new,
our 40s and
yeah, it's the new sexy thing.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I really want to
love it.
shave it all off first. Like,
Oh, for sure. Well, I practically did, but
I just want
I
to go
said,
through the stages.
do like a chin length, and
Yeah.
so she gets into it and she goes, you've only got like a couple inches left of this, reddish brown thing going on. And I said, yeah, okay, chin length. But she went I think she got a little carried away because she got excited about being 100% silver.
Right.
But I did hear Danny Morell. I was on a kind of a meditation workshop thing with Danny Morell, and he said that he thinks it's very sexy when he sees an older woman like me um, rocking the silver hair and like no makeup, and and they still look like they take good care.
natural.
Yes, yes.
That's what my
So
husband always says to me. And when I put on makeup, what do you think, John?
yeah, you know what? My 34-year-old son goes, "What do you need eyelashes for? What do you need that for? You're beautiful just like you are." Bless his heart.
Hmm.
He loves natural women.
Yeah, my husband's always like, you don't need all that makeup. Why are you putting all that makeup on? I'm like, let me put on makeup sometimes. It makes me feel pretty.
It's probably because he grew up in LA, where
No,
I mean, more women than not walk around with big Tupperware bowls on their chest and, big pout.
yeah. Well, he grew up here in Melbourne, so he's a beach dude. So,
Yeah,
beach chicks they're natural all the time. They're surfing and stuff. So,
unless it's an
John,
LA beach.
Yeah.
Then they still do it with fake boobs, you know?
Yep. Not mad at that.
Nothing, yeah, I'm not mad at that. Nothing wrong with that.
John, welcome. Talk. We're just
Hi.
talking.
Hi, John.
So, oh, hello, hello. Oh, hello, everyone. How are you all?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you all?
Good. How are
We're
you?
good.
So,
Where are you calling
I'm
from,
all
John?
good. I'm just all good. It's already evening this side, but all good.
Where are you from?
From?
I'm actually based in South Africa.
Okay.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, so we just came off work for today. So we're settling in for the evening.
Nice.
So you're
So what is it
fresh.
like 5 or 6
And where are
there?
you all based?
Is it like 5 or 6 p.m.?
So we are now at 6 p.m. in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just south of Chicago, Illinois, in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sure.
And
And
it's
what
about
time are you now?
I'm in Detroit. Whoop, whoop.
Yo, then oh, that's really cool. And
Yep.
what time are you now?
What time? I'm in Florida, so it's about noon, 12
Oh, okay.
p.m. Yep. Very cool. Well,
Sure.
welcome. We're so excited that you guys are
It's,
here. So, I mean, we can get started if
uh,
you want. I know there's probably going to be a couple more people that trickle in, but Catherine, I know that we spoke. Who wants to go first? John, do you want to go first?
sorry, my network was a bit. You're talking in terms of introducing ourselves, or
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about your strategy. Is that cool? Or talk about what your social media strategy could be.
oh, okay, okay. So yeah, so okay, sweet. So we can start. So, okay, so my name is John. I'm based in South Africa. Um, What else can I talk? Okay, so I'm currently actually I'm working as a data analyst at a bank called First National Bank in South Africa in Johannesburg. Um, sure. In terms of social media strategies, I don't know because I don't actually have any channel to be honest, so I don't know.
Are you going to start a channel? Is that what you're looking to do? You want to set a strategy to get started?
Yeah, I think maybe like setting a strategy in place would be cool because ideally like in the data science space, maybe having a channel like in a professional platform like LinkedIn actually would work in terms of educating those who are coming in the data science space.
That's actually
So
brilliant.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually brilliant because I was just listening to a book the other day and he was talking about LinkedIn and how it's good for B2B, businesses and employees and how to market on LinkedIn and how it's so different from the other social media, like a TikTok or an Instagram or whatever. So that's cool. Catherine, give us a
Yeah,
quick intro.
okay. Sorry, I'm late on the mute button, but yeah, my name's Catherine. Most of my friends call me Kat, and I recently moved back to my home state of Michigan from Los Angeles, and I've been studying social media and online marketing for about a year now, and I still feel a lot of blocks, and I think I can't call it anything but fear of putting myself out there in such a public space. So I need a strategy, and that's why I'm here with you gals and
Right.
Jennifer, because you've been doing it for a long time and you have had successes, and I'm excited to learn from you guys.
Well, we're excited that you guys are here. I know that, right, Jennifer?
I'm pumped. You'll see me randomly kind of look away from the screen just because I'm doing like my daytime work while I'm on the call. So I work
Multitasking.
Multitasking, that's right.
multitasking, yeah. So that's why I'm here, and I'll mute myself every so often, but I'm definitely listening. So I'm all about the motivation, right? And I know, Catherine, we've had the talk about getting that fear to launch kind of concept, and just kind of moving past that. It's really all in how big is your why for getting started? How far do you want to see yourself long term, right? So what we're learning here is a long-term way of building a business. And John, I love hearing about how you want to help others learn about how to do data analysis like that. That's kind of what I do. I do finance analysis. So we're kind of on the same speed here, probably different forms and stuff like that. But I think LinkedIn is one whole other platform that, I will be honest, I am scared of, but I am excited to try to learn with you because I need to learn that myself. So I don't have personal experience using LinkedIn, but I do know that that is a great platform to be on to help other people as well. So I'm excited to talk out some strategy ideas for that. And I don't know what Candace wants to go through first, but we can start out with your first idea.
Yeah, so I'm just going to share my screen real quick because we kind of came up with just some standard notes, right? And things that we want to talk about, because when you're going through your strategy, it's not just one thing that you're focusing on, right? It's just so many different things. But you got to start small because that's how you learn to get through it and learn along the way. So I think, Catherine, I would love to kind of walk through this with you so that John can kind of get some ideas, because I know that you already have ideas flowing, and we've already talked a little bit about a strategy kind of. So if you were to like pick 3 to 5 things that you can talk about for hours and hours and hours on end, right? What would those be? What's something that makes you happy?
Oh, well, none of these things make me happy, but I could talk forever about helping women navigate through the later part of life where we go through perimenopause and menopause.
Okay.
So I could talk about that for hours because there's a lot to talk about that's not being talked about.
That's very true.
The other reason for that is there's so much humor in talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it can be really hilarious. But so that's one. The other one would be I see, e.g., family and lifestyle, etc.
Yeah, those are just examples that we put in there. So can I give you an example of mine? Let me tell you mine. Okay,
Yeah.
So for my marketing chick Instagram and my YouTube, my 3 to 5 topics that I stick with are always about my husband, and funny marriage stuff always kills. The mushy stuff sometimes, but the funny stuff always. My kids, because they're my life. And that includes my grandson. And then educating people on, the online space and how they can make money from it and why analytics matter and all of that. So those are kind of my pillars. If I'm gonna, let's throw aging in there too. So it's 4, right? If it was something more specific, like gardening, right? You'd want to pick your pillars like, okay, family, health, because that all kind of goes around gardening, right? What are reasons that and then your education on gardening or your entertainment on gardening, right? And that kind of a thing, you're going to want to have that education to solve a problem when you're looking at something like helping people to make money online, teaching people data analytics. Uh, what's another one, Jennifer? Showing people different techniques in gardening. Helping women of a certain age because it's not talked about, right? There's so many things you can do there in that space, so many things. So that's kind of where those 3 to 5 topics, and that is really what you kind of build everything else around. Jennifer?
And I would say too that this does apply to everything, right? So it's not just talking with Catherine about her topic. This is also something that John could apply to his topic as well. And the reason that we want to stick with 3 to 5 main pieces of content that would resonate with the people you want to talk to is because it's making it more simple on yourself, first and foremost. You don't want to be doing 10 different kinds of content pieces on your account because that's going to look very confusing in the long run. So once you get, and even start very basic, right? If you're just getting started, pick 1 or 2 topics that you want to show up every day to talk about and create content about too. And it can be anything about whatever you're wanting to talk about. You could do, the how-to. You could talk about just the jokes behind whatever it is you're talking about, because the people, your tribe will find you based on your content. So you put out the information and they will come to you eventually. It will take time. 100%. Thanks, Candace. So I think that's a really good point to make as well.
Agreed.
You know
Yeah,
what? I need
so-
to just clarify
Please.
something that I get jumbled up about. So I've got my topic, women of a certain age. I love that. I love that more than menopause girls.
Women of a certain stature.
Right.
Right.
Yes, indeed. So within the topic, then you have 3 pillars of things that you touch on in your content. Am I right about that?
So your account, you are your brand, right? You
Mhm.
are your brand. You are the business account. The account is you. The things you're going to talk about are the things that are going to resonate with your audience, which are the women of a certain maturity stature.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Then your pillars would come under that.
Okay.
But what
So
are
a
you going to
pillar-
talk to them about? That's the question. That's just your audience and that's just your pillars. What are you going to talk to them about?
Stuff like, remember when a new hip joint meant a place that you want to visit on a Friday night?
Right? Okay. So
Stuff like
funny,
that.
relatable stuff to build up your audience, right?
Right. Relatable. Right.
So that's nostalgia. Well, we can label that as a nostalgic type of pillar.
Okay, cool. Uh-huh.
And then what other topics would you talk about?
Remedies for the aches and pains, because I'm a massage therapist also, and the health and well-being part of taking care of yourself through this process. And in addition to that, the transformation part of life, and what's possible in the transformation space, transforming your relationships, transforming your financial world, yada yada.
Okay. So
I think that's an age. That would be an age thing.
getting
Like
older,
when you're,
getting older or aging.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Isn't getting older the same thing as aging?
Yeah. So there's nostalgia. That's one.
Okay.
That's one kind of content to talk about what happened when back in the day, your funny comment about a hip joint used to mean someplace cool to be versus now you want to bring about you're getting older, meaning I don't know what happens when you get older. You're starting to forget more. You walk into a room and don't know why you're there, right? That's a popular one.
Yeah.
Stuff stuff like that would be getting older and aging.
Okay, I see
So
what you're saying.
the
I'm
difference,
talking about things that happen to your body.
yeah, aging then. Yeah, so your knees are cracking when you wake up. You're one fart away from paralysis or something like that.
Yes. Yes. Uh, okay, so I got a nostalgia.
Yeah, I put it in the comments, Catherine. I don't know
Yeah,
if you can
Oh,
see it, but I put it in there just so we can,
in the chat.
okay. Got it. Got it.
in the chat.
Okay.
Thank you. So that's perfect. I mean, you have
That's
literally
quite a lot.
so much you can do in that, in
Yeah,
all of that, right? And then when you're going to look at what problems can you solve for that audience, right? You already said it. You do massage therapy. You can talk about this. You can talk about that, right? So then you're building your audience to, I feel like at that point, you're looking at like not doing MMO at the front end, but more of it being like a second offer kind of a thing, like in the back end, like, hey, by the way, I took this, whatever, I can help you by coaching you or whatever. Is that like a background thing? Is that what you would
I
say?
think, well, you know what? I definitely want to kill it in the MMO space, but I keep and I'm not in a great financial place at the moment. So I keep in my head, I am focused on making money.
Mhm.
And I keep reminding myself, get out of your head and get into your heart and
Yeah.
lead from your heart. And that's what makes me want to help all these people who are looking for help and not finding it. Um, and things like that. So yes, in the MMO space, I think that's where I was leading toward with the transformational part of it. And how how that can change, how I can help people change their life in that space. Because I know there's a lot of women my age and older. Every time I go to the grocery store, every checkout woman is a woman, and they're older than me, and they're working, and they're checking out groceries because they have to, because they're
yeah,
struggling to make ends meet.
yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it in my local Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's. Somebody who's past retirement age and they came back to work.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. And here's what I'll say about that thought process about the making money online part. So
Hmm.
that is where you want to talk about your personal connection to learning to make money online as a business owner. That's something you share in your stories. And so what I mean by that is your content that you show up with every day that you post on your nostalgia, your transformation, like the helping stuff, that is the billboard for your business, for you. So you want that information to shine daily, and then you want to start to share in your stories like it's a private wedding event versus a giant concert. So you want to have people come into your stories where you can say, so this is what I'm doing today to build my personal goal of making money online. This is how I'm learning how to make money online. I'm here to help you do that too. Here's how, click my link, right? Ask me for help. So that's the separation that you've got to start to have with making money online on your business account instead of sharing with people your age that it's possible to make money online. First you need to connect to them on the personal relatable level, and then once you have the audience of people listening to you because they like you for you, then they're going to move into your stories, and then they're going to find out, oh my god, this chick knows how to make money online. I want to know how to make money online. I need to learn from her. So that's kind of the 3,000-foot view right now that we're at versus being on the ground and seeing everything as it is and being like eagle height, way 30,000 feet up in the air. So right now you're just trying to get your feet off the ground to that 3,000-foot level of getting people to see you in your stories. So the making money online part, we really got to put that on the back burner,
Okay.
as this is going to come because you have an audience to start selling to.
Right.
So once you get your first 100 300, 500 views, followers on your account, that's when you can start to tell them, hey guys, I know you love my content because I'm funny. I remind you of somebody, or I'm relatable in some kind of way. I also know this skill that I can help you learn. And this is where it's at.
That's brilliant, Jennifer. Thank you. That's just been such
it's a heavy
cloud for me.
Concerned about it. And I would say that, I'm working full time. So I'm doing all of this in the background in between the times that I can. So and this is for everybody. So if anybody is very, strapped for cash, you have to have money right now. Find a way to make that money so that your daily, everyday life can be taken care of. But then in the background, build your audience online, get people to relate with you, find you, love you, right? Trust you enough to come back and buy from you your products, your free stuff, your giveaways, whatever links you're trying to direct them to. Because you're trying to promote Legendary in the back end?
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's my high ticket thing. I'm still discombobulated on how to share links for Target and Amazon. I'd love to do that too.
So that's something that you could do actually on your social media page. You can put links to those places on the highlights. So those little circles that are highlights. On bio, that's under your bio. Those little circles are where you can put individual links to products that you want to share.
But first, Catherine, you got to have a strategy to build the audience. You can't be posting links to a blank space, okay? And I promise you, oh, hi, honey. That was my husband. I promise you, like you say, like I lived this 2 years ago, discombobulated all over the place. I want to do anything and everything because I can, right? And you have to take a step back.
Okay.
Because you can't help other people if you don't learn the basic skills. Right? If you don't do the basic skills and prove that you can do it, right? Like you've got to be able to show those analytics and show that people are watching and engaging. So other people will say, hey, I see that you blah, blah, blah. You're good at this. Why? Like Jennifer was saying. So that's why you've got to have that strategy. And I promise you, and this is for everyone listening, I promise you, the things that you are struggling with today, in a week and a month and a year, you will not be struggling with it if you stay consistent and you continue to learn, period.
100%.
I love that. Love
it. It is the honest to goodness truth, because you can't lose if you just keep learning.
Right.
You can't.
And I feel that. I totally feel that. I just don't know how to organize it in my head.
And that's okay. You have the strategy. You've got your topics. You know who your audience is.
Okay.
Now you have to put that first foot forward though, Catherine, and you got to start creating that content.
Yeah.
So the next part of that, Catherine, and John too. So if you're taking notes, anybody else. So once you have that written out, what you want to talk about, your basic 3 to 5 topics, as we were talking about already, that's when you have to do the market research on that content, because it's very difficult if you don't know what you're talking about, or if you're unsure how you want to present yourself. You need to get ideas. You need to know what's working with other creators that you want to look like.
Right.
Now you have to go online and you have to Google the question, what are the top creators in what you want to talk about, in parentheses, right? So you have to go to Google, then you have to type in the search bar, what are the top creators of whatever it is you want to talk about. So if you want to talk about data analysis, or, what you want to talk about, Catherine, getting older, aging, healthcare as an older person, stuff like that. And you have to try different configurations of that statement for Google to give you an answer that shows you results, right? So you are looking for people that are doing what you want to be doing.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's more about what Candace say. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying, I was answering.
Got it.
Yeah.
So once you see the results from what Google gives back to you, that's when you open up all of the accounts, right? So if you're given a list of 10 people from Google from your question, that's when you want to go to those 10 accounts and you just look through them, right? So you're looking at the bio, first off. You want to see if the bio matches how you want to show up. And then you look at between 5 and 10 videos. Don't look at every video. So a good guesstimate of what videos to look at the top list, right? So see what videos are being played with. I'm sorry, being played, viewed, engaged, shared. What has the best engagement? Look at those videos, write them down, what you see. So what pattern are you noticing in all the best performing videos of those accounts? Then you take all of this information and you just repeat that search across multiple different people. And this kind of helps you break down how you want to develop your account based on what other people are doing because it's working, the content they're talking about. So for Catherine, one example, you can go and Google 10 accounts about aging in like older than 65 or Gen Z, right? That's one that is a very popular topic. 10 accounts about homeopathic ways to remedy aging knees, something like that. So those are different things that you can try looking for when you are doing this research. And don't let yourself get too overwhelmed. Just write it down what you're seeing. And that way you have a list of what you can go back to. And when you get the list down, now you can plan out how you want to make your content. So the next steps after that are, okay, what is the pattern that I see? Can I repeat the pattern? Are there pieces of content that I like, that I think are resonating for me, that I can recreate for people that would resonate, that I can resonate to? And so from there, that should help you figure out how to make all the content after you've written out the content you want to talk about.
Okay. All right. So I got that. And I've already started that process, but not not in an organized way, writing down the patterns I'm seeing and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely I'm aware that there are those patterns, and I'm looking at which ones have a million views, and I'm not looking at the ones that only have a couple hundred views.
Super. Yeah, this is a recorded session, John. Okay, great. So now that you've gotten that step, what's the hang up after you've done that?
Just really it's just disorganization and a lot of overwhelm. It's like I haven't in the past been a social media girl at all.
Me either. The schedule that I was able to fit, I'll be honest, it was really hard for me because I was very terrified that people from my work were going to find me. And so it scared me to create content that my friends at my job would see.
Right.
So one way around that, obviously, we all know, start a new account.
Yeah.
You can always do that, or you can block everyone. And then I simply set an alarm for myself to record a video, write the text on it, edit it, and hit post. So I would do that for myself until it just became a habit every day to just at the same time create a reel and post it. So I don't know if that would help you in some way.
It would.
Make a schedule for yourself. On these days, I'm going to record content. And then on these days, I'm going to edit content, or all at the same time, whatever your schedule, however you can fit it in. My days, like I said, I work 8 hours a day. Then I have my kids up until like 8 o'clock at night. So my work on my content happens 8:30 to like 10:30. So I do 2 hours on my own content at night. And that's where I'm looking up content. I'm also self-auditing. That's another topic, but I'm also creating my content so that I have it drafted so that it's ready to hit post the very next day. I don't know if that would help you. So you can always batch the content where you're recording a whole bunch, you're editing a whole bunch, and it's all done at the same time. If you block out a time for yourself, like an hour or 2 hours, to do all of that in. So that's some ideas that had worked for me. I don't know, Candace, what was your solution to your struggles on getting the content part made?
So making the content wasn't ever really difficult for me because it's just a lot of B-roll, especially now. It's just a lot of B-roll to do the short reels to gain the audience, right? If you're doing talking videos, then yeah, it takes a little bit more time until you can get into the swing of it and know what you're doing. So what I do now is I will pick like one day during the week and I will do like 10 drafts of the funny, relatable stuff that's easy for me to draft. And I'll put those in because it doesn't take much more than the text on screen, the video to go with it, and then the caption. So, and then the caption is easy. So especially if it's just a funny, relatable one, I'm not trying to explain, you know, why they should do anything or follow me or anything. I'm just trying to be relatable. I'm just trying to get the share, really. That's my goal. When I do those posts. So I'll do that. And then I'm like Jennifer the night before I try and get if I need to get any ready, I'll get them ready the night before because I truly don't want to have to worry about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it'll set my whole day off if I don't. Like I'm very routine and scheduled.
Yes.
So
That's another thing. Yeah, that's a huge time management thing that I struggle with now that I'm.
oh yeah, and it's so much more difficult when you're at home. It's so much more difficult when nobody is telling you to do it. But
Right.
like for me, I have to give myself a schedule. In the beginning, I was taking like an entire day to draft, edit, you know, and post a video, post a reel or whatever. It was taking me an entire day. My husband and I were just laughing about this yesterday because it was so funny how quickly I can do them now at this point. Just by some of it, it's just sheer what is that called when you do things on autopilot?
Autopilot,
Sometimes it's autopilot. Like I'll just go, you know, copy paste, whatever.
right.
But you have to find your strategy that works for you, right? Like you have to figure out where you can fit that time in to do those things, and you have to make it your time. Like for me, my kids are constant text messages, phone calls, FaceTimes. I have to put my phone on do not disturb, and the only person that can call me is Jennifer and my husband when I'm on this one like focus on my phone because I don't want to talk to anybody else if I'm trying to work. So
Yeah.
you know, I would say start small. Start with 30 minutes a day. You know, wake up a little earlier, go to bed a little later, skip a TV show. You know, I don't know if you like to read, that could be, you know, skip reading for a night. Could be anything. Just find that time somewhere because you'll just keep making excuses if you don't.
Right. And that's exactly what I've been doing because I'm like you, I'm constantly incoming. There's always incoming. And
everybody else's problems are more important than mine. You know, like that's in my head. Like I have to fix everything for my family. You know, I have to make sure everything is perfect for them. So like, that's why you've got to find that.
Yeah, I love what you said about taking a step back because I'm trying to be all things for all people. And and I haven't been a take step backer.
Yeah, no, neither am I. Neither am I at all. I'm not at all. So that's why sometimes you have to step back, because if you continue to push forward through that, you're just going to hurt yourself even more than if you just would have taken a step back, taken a breath,
Right.
looked around and figured out your surroundings, right? So that would be my recommendation, is baby steps. Baby steps. You can't rush this. You cannot rush this. Trust
not
me,
at all.
Believe me, I know.
I've tried for 2 years. You can't rush it. We're just now starting to have the wins that we wanted 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it takes
And
time.
you
Yeah.
got to remember yourself too, is to give yourself grace, right? So don't beat yourself up over the fact that you haven't started. Just remind yourself of the fact that you are trying to start.
Yeah, let us beat you up for not starting. You don't beat yourself up, we'll beat you up. How's that?
Yeah, no, I know. The not starting part is just another beating that I take, that I give to myself. It's a gift I give myself.
We give you the permission to stop beating yourself up.
Thank you.
And you go ahead and start one small video a day, and then build yourself up to 1, 2, or 3 or more videos a day that you're going to post, right? You don't have to jump right into it and make 3 and 4 videos that you're going to post every 3 hours. You don't have to do that. The only reason that you do want to work up to that is because your audience will see you. And to be honest, your schedule on how you post when is going to work into your schedule. But keep in mind too, the people that you're talking to. So what time of day are your demographic of people looking at your content?
Yeah, I don't think you have to do that originally to grow an audience. I don't feel like you do it, and that's just my experience. Everybody, I know people in our group would feel very strongly about the opposite of that. But in my accounts, I don't think I've ever focused on a time. In fact, I'm doing a collab video with another creator, and he messaged me last night and said, do you have a certain time you post so I could put it out? And I was like, no, dude, just post it. Cause like Instagram is a long game anyways. If you look at like TikTok, yeah, you want something immediate gratification on TikTok, but Instagram's a long game. Most of the views come hours, if not days.
Yeah. Sometimes you
post. So
take off.
I don't know. For me personally, that was not something that when I was trying to focus on so many things at once, that was not something that I wanted to focus on. It was just an extra thing. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Just in my experience. So
yeah. I feel like first I need to just start posting and do it as I'm, post as I'm creating. Just to get out of my way about posting.
Absolutely.
100%.
You're never going to get better about posting unless you start posting.
Right.
It's just, you're not going to get better unless you start. And oh my goodness, did you see my video that I posted in the group? Like one of my first ones?
Yeah.
It was horrible. I was like, what was I thinking?
Did you, where can I
look
look
in the group? You'll have to check it out. It's in the group. It's just like from 2 years ago or a year ago. I can't even remember, but anyways.
Does it say in our group here?
In the social circle, it's in there. It's like I'm like dancing, flipping the bird, I think. I don't remember. It's funny. I posted it a couple of days ago. But
okay. Is it in well, I'll find it.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
Go to our homepage, right?
You will be pleasantly surprised at how far you will grow. I mean, if you look at it from a level of intentionally being positive with yourself, right? Just intentionally patting yourself on the back every day and just giving yourself the small wins, because sometimes you have to do that. Like sometimes you have to do that. Go ahead, Jen.
One question, Catherine. What is one thing that you do every day consistently without fail?
Let my dogs out to go to the bathroom.
Record it.
There you go.
Set your camera out somewhere in view of you opening your sliding door and allowing your dogs through the door. Every
Wear a
single
mess, robe on, no shoes, film
I
it.
got that. I already have some B-roll of that. Yep.
That's awesome. So
But-
recording every day and get that posted right as soon as the dog's poop hits the ground.
True, but yes, agreed. You have to celebrate your small wins, like when you realize how to change the background of the text because you didn't know. Celebrate that shit. Celebrate it. Put it in the group. We'll celebrate with you.
Okay.
Like, seriously, because Jennifer and I had Jennifer and me and Terry. It was the three of us, and that was the kind of wins we were celebrating with each other in the
Yeah,
very
all the
beginning, all the
All-
time. And now you have this community of people that are feeling the exact same way. Exact same way. How do I
Exactly.
use a green screen? How do I change the background here? What is CapCut? Everybody has the same questions. There's no
Where do I
Yeah.
learn that stuff? Where do I learn that stuff?
You ask the questions in the group and we answer them for you. That's how. But
it's a lot
first, you start with your strategy. First, you
Yeah.
start with your 3 to 5 topics. You start with those and you start posting because you will not learn unless you start.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And your content will only get better and improve the more that you put out, right? Because you need to know how to improve. If you're getting no views on your content, something is wrong. Your words do not make sense. Your video does not make sense with the words. Like, there's things that you need to analyze after you get a lot of content posted. So just start posting anything. And post it in the group and then share it to your stories once you post it to your account, to your main page. This way you just get into the habit of constantly posting content, and then that will eventually start to, change and mold and shift in however ways you need it to. It's just getting past that first hurdle of starting the posting, right? So for the next week, right, we're on Tuesday. So for the rest of this week, I challenge you to post one reel every single morning and also share it into our Facebook feed, because I think you can do all of that from your phone. Like, once you hit the post on your Instagram page, you can immediately share it to the Facebook page on our page. So you
Okay.
can do all of that at one time.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this way we're holding you accountable and you're holding yourself accountable for showing up and making one reel every single day for the next 5 days. And then we can revisit this next Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. I need a new Facebook page.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I don't even know how I access Facebook on my computer and on my phone. I think it's the same, but I think my phone is on Safari and my computer's on Microsoft, and that's very confusing to me because sometimes shit happens when
Right. Well, for Facebook, you'll use an app on your phone and it'll look kind of the same as it does on the computer. And then maybe switch your phone to something like Google instead of Safari. That way you can use it on your Microsoft and on your Apple product.
Yeah.
Just a recommendation. I had to start doing that because I was doing stuff on Safari and then I couldn't transfer it.
Right.
So
Okay. Interesting. Well, I will figure that out today. And then and Instagram too. I created an Instagram page and then haven't done anything with it. So I don't
it's
know
okay.
if
This is your opportunity to post your video.
Yeah.
on the Instagram.
Well, yeah,
It's connected.
omnipresence.
Okay, but it's connected to my Facebook page, which I've been half-assing since 2009. So, and it's all my my friends and family and old high school pals and all that. And I'd rather be completely separate.
Yeah.
So,
That's
okay,
fine.
today,
Makes
by
sense.
the end of today, I will have created at least a new Facebook page that I can start posting on. Then I'll
Perfect.
figure out how to, and I'll start posting today. I won't go to bed tonight until I have something posted. How's that?
Really? I thought you were just gonna go with the creating the page. I was gonna be proud of you for that. But if you post, I'm gonna be double. Like, okay.
Okay, well, I've been getting ready to post for quite a long time now. So I don't
Yay.
even think that's the hard part. You know what? That's not my hard part. It's hard. It's still hard and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
I think once I crack that first one open, I'm gonna be
Oh,
all over it. But
yeah.
it's the technical stuff. Like I don't even know how to put words on my post that I'm saying. I don't know how to do all that. I think that's in somewhere in the education that I
Yes.
am.
Yes,
trying to
step by step. It is in Legendary in your blueprints,
Okay.
for sure. But a lot of it is, you have to remember that that's a course and it's looking at it from a level up here, right?
Okay.
So it's not going to be really more directed to current times and current marketing strategies and that
Right.
it's more of a big picture and they
Okay.
walk you through, you know, how to build the account and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind, but it's all in there.
It's all in
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
I really do believe in this education. It's just, it's completely 100% on me that I haven't actually implemented and achieved much since I've been doing it. Because I've got a,
But that's not true because you've been learning.
right.
Yeah, you've
You've
Right.
been learning.
Oh.
If you were sitting on your couch doing nothing, you know, not in this group right now, like not trying to learn, then yeah, you'd be doing nothing. But you're
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
nothing.
Right.
You've been a part of groups for years. You've been watching M for how long now? I know you were in M's group. I know
Yeah.
you're in Sean's group, so I know that you're learning it. So don't
Yeah.
discount yourself on what you have done so far. It's just that the technical part kind of put you on pause.
Yeah.
And so today we're going to unpause that, right? And we're going to step forward and we're going to move past the unpausing and the acting on implementation. You've
Yeah,
learned it.
It's just a fear. And Catherine,
It's
excuse me, ma'am, you're a little bit too fierce for that. I'm not gonna let you be afraid of this technology BS, okay? No.
I
No.
do remind myself of that on the daily.
yes.
Not that I act on it, but yeah, I'm fierce.
You're not gonna get better. And you know what? The first one's gonna suck, and the second
I
one
know.
might suck, and the 18th one might suck, and the 385th one might suck. But you know what? You're doing it.
Some of them are going to nail it.
Exactly. Exactly. And soon you'll learn to be able to nail it every time almost.
Okay, so my strategy is going to be okay, yeah, we're almost done here.
Yes, ma'am.
So my strategy is I'm going to do one topic right now. And that's just women of a certain age.
Well, that's your audience.
That's my audience. Okay.
Right? But why
okay.
not? Why just women? Like you're trying to grow an audience. Don't leave the guys out. Talk about aging.
Yeah.
Talk about aches and pains. You could do the woman stuff, like the fact that I lay down in bed every night and then get up 8 times to pee before I actually fall asleep because my bladder is like this big. Like that's a female problem, but
Right.
that's something
But
you could also talk about.
How does that show up in a marriage or in a relationship?
Exactly.
That's great stuff to talk about too.
Yeah.
And then I just had a thought and then now it's gone. It's because I'm in my 60s. The other thing was, okay, yeah, the healthcare stuff and the aches and pains and I know what it was. My partner, my fiance works for the Ford Motor Company and he just got called back to work and he has to drive an hour and a half to work every day.
Ooh.
Each way. And he's
Yeah.
pissed. he's waiting for them to offer a retirement package before they lay him off, because so he is in a soul-sucking 9 to 5 job, and it doesn't matter where he's doing it from, home or driving or what. So I can speak volumes to that. Is that a topic or a pillar?
So it depends on, so I mean, you're veering, when you talk about, if you're going to talk about that, you're kind of veering back into MMO a little bit. Can
Right.
you bring it up in a way that's relatable for your larger audience?
Okay, so yes, I do. I would love to cast a wider net at first. So maybe that might be how that shows up in our relationships, or I'll have to
I
percolate
mean,
on.
you can Google like funny marriage funny memes about you know, a husband that works or whatever. You're the 9 times out of 10 it's going to say marriage, husband, wife, right? So
Right.
just look it up and change it.
Right.
Use relationship. I've been
Yeah.
using that one a lot lately.
Yeah.
Or couple,
Yeah.
like as a couple, just because,
Well,
and that hits everybody.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you could spin it in such a way that's like, does he get up super early in the morning?
No. I mean, he doesn't, he prefers not to, but sometimes he has to.
So you could do something like about, like you could talk about him coming home from work and not wanting to have any communication because he just wants to be tired. You know, a funny joke or meme about that. You could do,
Right.
you could spin it in that way, but I think if you do it the wrong way, you'll veer back into MMO
Right.
too
So we're
far.
not, yeah,
I
I would
got you.
And it's
we
kind
don't
of, it's not a funny subject, right? It's not something that people want to talk about, right? Especially
Right.
if they're going through it. So like it's less of a pain point. This is not less of a pain point. This is more about like relating to somebody on a wider level.
Right. Okay. I got you. I will percolate on that, but I'll stick to uh my audience for now, and relatable pillars. 3 pillars. I have nostalgia. Oh, you put it in the comments too, didn't you?
Mhm. Yeah.
Nostalgia, transformation, and like aging, and then
There
like
it
body
is.
issues with
There
aging,
it is.
that
I
kind of
found
stuff.
it.
Yeah. You're just try to be relatable to as many people as possible,
Got it.
right?
Got it.
So you want to
I
get
would
the share, right? You want people to share it with people. Just think about how can I
Right.
what
Right.
what do I say that someone else is going to see and say, "Oh my God, I have to tell someone about that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I have to share that to XYZ." That's going to grow your following first. That's your goal right now, is to
Okay.
get your followers to find you and say, "I love what that person said. I have to follow Catherine for more because she's going to do this often. I want to see it."
Okay. Am I doing calls to action really early on? Follow for more?
You can. It's been tested either or. Don't do any call to action and or do it. If you're following or if you want the followers, yes, you can put it on your screen or you can put it as your caption, the first or second line of your caption.
if people
That
want to follow you though, if they see your stuff, it's gonna take people 3 or 4 times seeing your stuff before they hit that follow button anyways.
Okay.
it takes
Right? Like honestly, it's gonna take them a few times of seeing you before they're like, okay, that's it. In my experience, that's how it has been lately. It is a slow roll on Instagram.
it,
It is a
Okay.
slow roll on Instagram. But that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's slow.
Okay.
are you
Okay.
asking if you have to have a big description written out?
Yeah.
So for the content that you're going to be making, where you're just putting the text on your B-roll, you do not have to have some long description about why you made that piece of content. You don't have to do that for this
Okay.
type of content you're making.
Mhm.
Mostly for the reason nobody's going to read it. It's
Right.
not informative to them. It's not educational to them. You don't have to explain why you have that account, because that kind of information you're going to share later down the road when you have more people listening to you.
Got it.
Yeah, so the make money online stuff, that will happen after you have a certain number of people listening. Start to tell them, here's why I'm here.
Okay.
So right now
And-
you just want to following up. That's it.
Yeah, and Catherine, like I know you love Legendary. I also
Yeah.
love Legendary. I will never go away from that company. Like I feel like Dave is a part of my family, like personally, that because of just how much I was changed, right? So
Yeah.
just how much we were changed. So, but you also have to remember it's not the only way to make money online, right?
Right. I
So I
want
know
to
you
do the other
say-
stuff too.
I know you say, you need money, right? I get it.
Yeah.
Just don't count out all of the other ways that you can make money online. Yes, it is nice to have a high ticket affiliate program to promote,
Right.
but you can also do, once you get a certain amount of followers on platforms, you can promote different artists' music and get paid to do that. You can get a brand sponsorship and get paid to do that. You'll get companies that'll reach out to you wanting you to promote their stuff and be an affiliate. Like all of these things will happen once you learn all these skills and you start. So it's not just about, like, the course is the course and we love the course. But we bought the course to do all of those big things you have in your head that I know you want to do. Right? So just think about that it's not just about the course. That's why I said you kind of have to put that make money online in the back, kind of back here, and not bring it up. Right? Like I don't hardly ever bring it up. I don't think I've brought it up in months in my content, especially. But I know I have it, and I know people that have reached out to me and have bought from me because they know that I have it and I told them that I have it and they just bought it. You know what I mean? So like those things will come, but you have to like, once you start posting and learning the skills and staying consistent with it, please trust me and believe that all of these things are going to happen. You just have to keep going.
Yeah.
Have to keep going, and you just have to keep improving and getting better because everybody else is getting better out there.
Right.
And thousands of people are joining these social media platforms to create content every day. So all that is that just means we have to work harder and be better. That's
Okay, I
it.
got it.
So, and that's in your content and your videos and the things that you write on the screen, right? This is your business. So just be super intentional with it, especially your strategy.
Right.
But don't let the MMO, like the want to really help people and show them this, show them whatever education it is that whoever has learned from, right? If that's what you want to do. But it's just, you have to know these skills. You have to really, it's so hard for me too. Like, there's so many wonderful things that will happen once you understand that it's not just this one little course, I guess.
Right.
And I don't
Right.
want to call it a little course because it was life-changing, but just trust me. When I say put it in the back of your mind,
Yeah.
make it something that you're not really talking about, but you will talk about it because you love it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does. It does. And yeah, I kind of know that, but it's good to hear a trained professional say that because it's like, yeah, I want everyone, I wish everyone would do this, but I wish I would do it first.
Right, exactly. And I feel you. Like I understand. I completely understand. So that's why I'm telling you, it's just the sooner you start, the better you'll feel in your heart because you started.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And keep yourself accountable. If you need to, just say, hey, everybody, I'm just posting. I just want to put it inside this group so that I'm accountable for myself. Even if you
Right.
want to do that, just to keep yourself in the habit. And if you have those technical questions, come up on the Facebook page and ask, right?
Oh, for
If you have,
sure.
yeah, we
Yeah.
will try video follow up as soon as we see the question. So I know I've got my phone on me all the time, so I do try to do a video response to a question as soon as I find as soon as I see it. So if there's a tech question that you're having a struggle with, please drop it in the group and we'll be happy to answer that.
Okay, cool. Very cool. I love it. All right, I am feeling renewed and recharged and inspired.
All right, go work on that Facebook page.
I'm doing it right
Awesome.
now.
All right.
And
Catherine, thank you, ma'am, for joining us. You're
Yeah,
the best. This was
Well,
fun.
thanks for doing this and scheduling this.
Oh, I will do it again, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have Taco Tuesday every Tuesday, right?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. Same bat time, same bat station.
That's right. All right. Thanks, Catherine. Jennifer, do you want to stay on really quick and we'll
Yeah.
just do a closeout for the group?
that sounds good to me. All right. Have a
Okay,
great
peace out, girls.
Bye. Thank you, Catherine.
Bye-bye.
That was awesome.
I love that. I feel bad because we kind of focused on the social media versus the LinkedIn, but
Yeah, but we don't really know a lot about LinkedIn and I've been thinking a lot about LinkedIn. It's so funny that John brought it up because it was one of those things that like YouTube that's been in the back of my mind because it's kind of an untapped resource
it is. Yeah,
for
it is.
content creators because so many people think it's just for getting a job and yeah, B2B kind of stuff. But I think that was good. And
I think so.
Go ahead.
No, I feel like it's hard to because we are very different on how we schedule and how we plan and all of that stuff. And I think it's good for people to hear how there are so many differences because none of us are alike. And I think that's very helpful in some ways because it sounds just like she's got more now that we talked more. She's got a technical issue stumping her more than she has a fear of actually doing anything. And she's not mentioned that before. So I think the more that we've talked about stuff, the more that she's finally understood her problem, which is helpful.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that if anybody else watches it, somebody else will see that and be like, oh God, that's really my problem.
Yeah, for sure. The technical stuff is a pain. And just so we don't know how often we're gonna do this yet, but let us know like in the comments if you want us to do it again. And one more thing that Jennifer and I do want to caveat this whole thing with, because we did kind of talk about it, is we both learned from a course. Yes, we have purchased other digital products. Like that is how we get education and we learn and we get better, right? So if there are people that have not taken an education and it is something that they're interested in, let us know, and we'll help you with that. But it's not necessary because we have done it and we want to share everything that we know. So I just wanted to make sure that we said that because I know we talked a lot about it with Catherine because she's also bought the same education that we did. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we put it out there because I don't want it to be like that we're being secretive about anything. Like we have courses, yes, but we are here to help you also.
And that's the point too, is that we want you guys to, like Catherine's concern was at first getting started. But then she started to realize I can do that. I just don't know what platform or how to utilize the platform. So again, if you do have those kinds of questions, let us know in the comment section. Someone else in the group might respond, right? Someone else in the group might be able to answer that too. And we will definitely get back to them as soon as we can, because I know just the littlest thing, just like when a customer is looking to buy from you, it takes the littlest thing for them to not want to buy, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same for you getting started. If there's one little thing that's your hiccup, let's try and help you work through that hiccup so we get on to the next stage of your progress. And so you don't have anything else, Candace?
I don't either.